Everyone has started engines successfully. Don't want to have any dead engines on the grid before the start, so we seem to have all engines started. No sign of any yellow flags appearing on the grid as the final seconds tick away before the start of the pace lap. 30 seconds to go now before the start of the pace lap. Yellow flags at the head of the field as the pace car sets off, and any moment now the Mercedes at the front of the grid will move off as well on this final pace lap. There they go. The number 62 car of Jean-Louis Schlesser moving off on its own, first of all, as has become the tradition now, I think, the pole position car moving away on its own, and then the other Mercedes following on behind it, number 61 with Mauro Baldi at the wheel of that one. We do have a car with a dead engine. It's one of the Brunn Porsches. Car number 5, Harold Gross, has a dead engine in the From A sponsored Porsche 962. The Brunn Porsche is not going to start. There's no point in hanging a yellow flag out in front of it because it's a bright yellow car and it won't be seen anyway. So it looks as if already, with still some 6 minutes to 4, we have two cars in problems. The WM already in the pits and the Walter Brunn Porsche, which won't start. A mechanic has leant into the cockpit and is trying to aid Harold Gross to start the car, although no sign at the moment of that car being started. It's not being push started either. The mechanic slams the door, and I think everything may be okay now with Harold Gross. Yes, it is.
So whether he will make his way up through the field, which is now on its way around this parade lap. A rolling start, of course. It don't stop on the grid when they've completed this parade lap. They're going through the Dunlop S's at the moment. Dunlop chicane towards the S's, or the tail enders are, as we're watching them around this parade lap. And despite the time set in qualifying, it's 5 minutes now to 4. Despite the time set in qualifying, I don't think that we're going to see the Mercedes disappearing into the distance in the early stages. It's going to be a very evenly matched race, with Bob Wallach in the Porsche taking the race to the Jaguars and the Mercedes, and it wouldn't be at all surprising, I think, to find them. And then after 2 or 3 laps, it wouldn't be at all surprising, I think, to find one or two of the Japanese cars moving up. They're coming through the Ford chicane now. The pace slowed right down. The two Mercedes then on the front row. Jean-Louis Schlesser in car number 62 and Mauro Baldi in car number 61. The pace car will slow right down and pull off into the pit lane when it's satisfied that the cars have lined up behind it. It pulls off now, and here they come up towards the accelerating now, and the 1989 Le Mans 24 Hours is underway. There's a Jaguar coming through there, Jan Lammers, and on the outside Davy Jones, and in fact it's Davy Jones who moves ahead of Jan Lammers and almost chops his nose off as they go up through the Dunlop curve. But from the outside of the grid, it was Mauro Baldi who took the lead. Mauro Baldi then into the lead from Jean-Louis Schlesser, and in third place was Davy Jones. So it was the drivers on the outside who really got the jump on the drivers on the inside of the grid, as they all now work their way through the S's. The Mercedes in the first 2 places, and in third place is Jaguar number 3, the Davy Jones car. Jan Lammers in 4th place. Didn't get quite such a good start as the young American. The Jaguars then in 3rd, 4th, and the Kenwood Porsche, I do believe, has carved into 5th place.
Hello, the Peugeot has left the pits.
Excellent news then for the French, from the French point of view. The WM Peugeot then out and into the race. So we've got 55 in the 55 cars in the race. Ian.
Yes, I was just going to say that looking on the television monitor now, we reckon that it's the Kenwood Porsche, which was started quite a way back on the 8th row of the 6th row of the grid, was it? Or yes.
Davy Jones is going through into 2nd place.
In fact, Davy Jones, yes, through into 2nd place, number 3, and moving up strongly there as well, Jaguar number 4, Alain Ferte at the wheel. So Davy Jones through to 2nd place is being re-challenged now as they come onto the straight. Davy Jones being re-challenged by Jean-Louis Schlesser. The Jaguar there being harried strongly as they come to the end of the straight. They've come through now Mulsanne, past the signalling pits for the first time, coming up towards, accelerating through the right-hand sweeps. There's the blind kink first of all. They're up into 5th gear now. Mercedes number 61 leading the race. Mauro Baldi at the wheel. In second place is the Jaguar number 3 of Davy Jones. In third place, Mercedes number 62 of Jean-Louis Schlesser. And in fourth place, Jaguar number 1 of Jan Lammers. They're now coming through the Porsche curve through to Maison Blanche to complete lap 1 of Le Mans 1989. Mercedes, the silver Mercedes of Mauro Baldi, it is in front, and this is where we can pick them up in our sight through the left-handed part of the Ford chicane, then right, then left, and then right again, and headlights on the Jaguar in second place of Davy Jones. He seems to, at the moment, been sent out to sort out the Mercedes, and if anything, he's gained slightly on the leader as they come up to complete lap 1. It's Mauro Baldi in the lead from Davy Jones in second place, Jean-Louis Schlesser in third place. In fourth place, it's Jaguar number 2, in fact, which